3 Weather Lab. Here's Daniel's True View forecast.
Welcome back, everyone. Not much change in your forecast. Everything stays pretty stagnant this time of year. Summer weather never changes a whole lot. I think maybe a few more showers for next week, and we'll get to all that in a moment. We are having an anniversary today. 61 years ago on the day, Hurricane Audrey made landfall out over through Cameron Parish, cleared the western Gulf for about 3 days. It only took 72 hours before it made its way out over towards Cameron Parish. Didn't give anyone a whole lot of time. I don't think we'll ever really know the death toll from this storm, but it was a tragedy all along Cameron Parish, much of Louisiana. It's still the strongest storm that we have seen in the month of June. It was a Category 4 storm as it made landfall. So this radar image would have been taken 61 years ago to the day, 5 a.m. Central Time, just off the shore of Cameron there, and you can clearly see the eye even in an old radar image like that. And certainly the stories that have come out of that 61 years later even still really incredible to hear of the destruction and the damage and what those winds can do, and serves as a good reminder that we've been quiet, not just in the tropics, but really weather-wise, but we are in and getting into the heart of tropics season as we wrap up June. We've been in it for about a month now, and always good to keep that in the back of your mind this time of year because it has been very quiet so far. Really not much going on in the weather world. We haven't seen anything this week at all outside the occasional showers along the Gulf Coast. Anyone who went out to the beach this week got pretty good weather. A few showers in the afternoon is to be expected, a little bit offshore as well. Louisiana's been no exception. You can actually see the sea breeze as it works its way northwards because it's been what's pushing the showers, and that's where the showers have developed along that sea breeze in the afternoons. It's been right around 4 o'clock, day in and day out. We start to see isolated showers popping up across the area. Everything has fizzled out now. You got a little bit of activity out over towards the basin, and even that's starting to break apart. Some activity that was out through St. Landry Parish that's starting to come to an end out over through Crowley and Abbeville. The shower that's been out over towards you guys, that's starting to wind down as well. So give it another half hour or so, and I think that the activity that you've seen so far today, even that will be coming to an end. And then we've got another very quiet night coming up tonight and a very hot day coming up for tomorrow. Here's a look at what our heat index is looking like northwards of the interstate. Temperatures getting up to around 100 to 104. Again, that's the feel-like temperature. Raw temperature going to be sitting in the low 90s, but it's incredibly muggy outside, and that looks to stay true again for tomorrow. Again, you don't get a lot of change in the summer. It's typically a very calm, quiet type of time of year, especially here in South Louisiana. Same could be said along I-10. Temperatures that get into the 90s, heat index in the triple digits. Look how hot it stays all the way through the night. You got heat index at about 90 degrees even for 10 o'clock tomorrow evening, and then same down along the coastline as well. Really not a whole lot of substantial change here, and doesn't look like we're going to see any for the rest of the week either. These are the numbers tomorrow, but you can basically just expect to repeat that again for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, etc. until we do start to see a few more clouds popping up and a few more showers in the forecast. We'll take a look at the extended forecast here in a moment. Let's get through Futurecast first, though. Winds continue to come in out of the south. Keeps all that humidity, all that moisture in place. Really not much to it, though. And then we'll see as we go through the day tomorrow, isolated showers in the afternoon. It's been right around 4 o'clock, almost on the dot every day that we've seen those showers develop. I don't think tomorrow's an exception. I don't think Friday is either. 10 to 20% on the rain chances. Now, I think Friday night getting into Saturday, you may see higher rain chances out towards the eastwards of the basin. So if you're headed to Baton Rouge or New Orleans this weekend, you may end up with a little bit more wet weather. But that's just a little bit more, and that's really not saying much because we have been so dry. Dry again on Saturday with nothing really changing. 77 degrees for your low tonight. Nearly calm conditions, really still outside, really muggy out there as well. Quiet, very humid across the area. It'll be humid again tomorrow with your highs getting up to around 93. A repeat forecast, heat index at the triple digits, a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. We'll keep the rain chances going at about 20%. 20% through the rest of the week, 20% into the weekend. We start to see that increasing by Sunday afternoon up to about 30% there. And then as we look ahead into next week even, those rain chances are going to inch upwards. I think the bulk of that wet weather arrives on Tuesday. That seems to be the day where we could see the greatest amount of rain, and then continuing through into the 4th of July, a little more broken up. We could use the rainfall. We've been very dry so far for June, so hopefully getting July off to a bit of a wetter start. Maybe we can try and catch up on some of those numbers because as we talked about yesterday, there are parts of Acadiana that are in a drought and can use some of the rainfall. So fingers crossed for next week. I think you could probably still get your barbecues and stuff in for 4th of July, so we are going to have our cake and eat it too. At least that's the attitude we're going to have.
There you go.